Hello, this is Evangelist Dr. Robert L. McKim Sr. from Carrollton, Ohio. Just as I'm starting this video,
47 non-emergency, disregard the last active, 1431.
My scanner went off here. So, okay, I've been doing some Bible studying on a subject. And before you say anything, let me tell you that another person did the same study about this at a Bible college on a video that I kind of subscribed to on, well, I've been subscribing, getting a magazine from the Bible college for years. Now, of course, everything's online, and even the Bible college is online, so that's where I saw this study. So I decided to do my own study on it. Matthew 5:22 and Matthew 23:17 and Psalms 14:1. Did Jesus basically, can we call someone a fool? Well, in Psalms, God calls, in Psalms 14:1, God calls the fool has said in his heart, there is no God. They are corrupt. They have done abominable works. There is none who does good. Okay, so God is righteous. God can call somebody a fool because God is righteous. He is using righteous judgment. Now let's go to Matthew 5:22. Matthew, of course, in the beginning of Matthew, the Beatitudes, or the Blesseds. And here Jesus is saying in Matthew 5:22, but I say to you that whoever is angry, right there, the key word is angry, with his brother without a cause shall be in danger of judgment. And whoever says to his brother, radical, shall be in danger of the council. But whoever says, you fool shall be in danger of hellfire. Well, there again, in anger and without basically righteous anger. Now God, Jesus gives us righteous anger as long as we do it without sin. If we are angry and sin not, then basically we can call somebody a fool. And you might say, well, no, that does not what it means. Yes, it does. Otherwise, that professor at that Bible college was wrong. And the scripture says is wrong too. But again, a lot of you want to say the scripture isn't right. The only one is right is you, but again, that's your own self-righteousness speaking. Now, Jesus in Matthew 23 had called the Pharisees, many times hypocrites. Pharisees were hypocrites. And right here, Jesus says right here too, fools and blind, for which is great, the gold or the temple that sacrifices the gold. Fools and blind. There's many times Jesus said hypocrites and fools. Woe to you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites. Woe to you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites. So, you know, several times in Matthew 23, Jesus calls the scribes and Pharisees hypocrites. He even called them blood of vipers. Scorpions, serpents, blood of vipers. Not blood, brood of vipers, excuse me, brood of vipers. Scorpions, brood of vipers. Now, Jesus also said here, fools. And 17, fools and blind, for which is greater, the gold, like I said, of the temple, or the sacrifices of the gold? Fools. In the Greek, the word fools means mōrós. Mōrós. M-O-R-O-S. Mōrós. Or mōrós. Mōrós. How you want to say that. But, or more, mōrós. There's, you know, the breaking it down there, mōrós. That guy that was talking about this said mōrós. So, I guess it's how you look at it. But what does it mean? Stupid, foolish, fool. But then you go down here, mōrós is a root of the English terms meaning what? Moron or moronic. Moron or moronic. So basically Jesus was calling them morons or moronic. And one thing that he was saying was that well, actually in this study here that I was studying here about it, it says right here, when Jesus said in Matthew 5:22 that you should not call anyone a fool, contradictorily, he was speaking of those who were unrighteously angry. That is why Jesus mentioned anger in this verse. There is righteous anger that is not sinful. Be angry and sin not. Just as, as well as unrighteous anger that is sinful. For the anger of man does not achieve the righteousness of God. When God is angry with someone, he always his is always righteous. In his anger. Jesus, being God in flesh, can righteously be angry with people and pronounce them the foolishness of their deeds, which he did. Also, undoubtedly, I'll get it out. Jesus knew Psalms 14:1, where it says, "The fool says in his heart, there is no God." Jesus didn't forget the well-known verse. And God is not wrong for calling someone a fool, especially when it is true. As a result, we see that condemnation by Jesus is in regards to calling someone a fool is in context of them doing it out of unrighteous anger, not righteous anger. See, there's righteous anger and there's unrighteous anger. And the reason why I'm bringing this all up is because of the fact I'm angry, but I'm not sinning. So I'm trying to teach you a lesson in my anger. So therefore, I'm using righteous anger. Renee's mother's husband, and you all know who he is, sent me a text message yesterday. Well, actually, before he sent me that text message, in the video that he sent to you people that are in kiwi farms, he mentioned about where Renee's mother has a new phone, and he has her old phone number, which I didn't know about. So I've been texting Renee's mother about Renee's upcoming surgery that she had yesterday. And Renee has been feeling well physically and emotionally, especially because of what he has been doing and saying. And what all you other morons, fools, have been saying about my family and about her as well. I do not have a black eye, thank you very much. She did not hit me. If you can't tell what a mole is from a black eye, then I'm getting a phone call. I gotta get off here and take this phone call. Hello, I'm back. As I was going to say before I was interrupted by a phone call from the hospital. They were calling to check up on Renee and see how she's doing after her surgery, but of course they didn't realize that Renee's in another hospital for depression. But that's because of what you morons have been doing and saying on this Kiwi Farms. And I have been saving everything that every one of you has been saying in these folders. I have folders for every one of you. And I'm not sure if you know what a Seagate is, but a Seagate, is a storage, basically an external hard drive storage device. We have some of those just back up our files. And also, I have this as well on my computer now. LifeLock Norton 360. So, if you think you can get around this, go ahead, be my guest. I know some things ain't set up yet. That's because still working on it. But I'm still protected with an antivirus program. And as a matter of fact too, the emojis on Facebook is now working again like they should be. So that situation got taken care of and fixed. You see, yesterday, when after Renee's mother's husband sent me that text message, I had a talk with the social worker there at the hospital. I showed her the text message that he had sent me, especially the one where he was, well, hang on a second, I'll let you people look at it here real quick. I know. Here is what he said. Renee can tell her later. Actually, Renee can start passing on all info she wants us or anyone to know from now on. Nobody here wants to hear from you. Also, it's not wise to be texting other men's wives. Of course, good day. Which basically, John, well, you know who I'm talking about, is saying he doesn't want me to text his wife. In a roundabout way, he doesn't want me to text his wife. Even when it comes to a situation with Renee. That is Renee's mother, for God's sake. And yes, if she is any kind of a real mother, and if she is any kind of a real Christian like she says she is, then she should wake up and realize that he's a control freak. He was on a TV talk show many years ago, back in the 80s. His ex-wife took him on that talk show. Because he was a control freak back then, and he's a control freak now. And because he has met his match with me, that he cannot control me, and he no longer could control Renee, well, he thinks he can intimidate us. Well, and then using you people as well. Of course, you people do your own intimidation as well. Well, let me put to you this way. Everything that you're doing is really against the law. But you're thumbing your nose at the law. That's the problem. You thumb your nose at the law because you think you're above and beneath it. And so, they want Renee to contact them. Her mother is going to have to reach out and call Renee when Renee gets home. And Renee's mother needs to apologize and needs to make her husband apologize. I even showed that social worker your website on my phone and let her listen to that video. The last video he made. So they are now all aware. And I got other people, other friends. They're like, what is wrong with that man? He's a control freak. If he can't control somebody, then he is their enemy. Well, if you want to be my enemy, that goes to show what man you really are deep down inside. You know what I'm talking about? You all know what I'm talking about. Think about it. God bless you. Have a blessed day.